There are a lot of actresses that are visually pretty that can't really act. That's a lie. They can act, but their talent is mediocre. But I guess it still counts as talent if, based on how everyone is colonized to champion behind someone who looks visually like Americans have convinced us that beautiful looks. So if someone can look that way and automatically garner compassion as a result of that, then I can see how they could be deemed as great actresses. Considering a sociopath society that is malleable to colonization. Oh, look how pretty. So I wonder if the silver, this is gunmetal, but I wonder if the silver glitter would melt into the silver polish the way this did. So I'm learning that a contrast of colors is best. So far, light against dark. I don't know how dark against light will work. But that's so pretty. Red ties, because I have some harvested and dried herbs that I'm going to collect the stems, like so. Verbena stems.
Oh, some bullshit, man.
Yeah.
No catfish.
Yeah. You know they got catfish.
No chicken thighs.
You know they got chicken thighs.
What did they substitute? I can't believe it's butter with.
I can't believe it's butter.
A different size, maybe?
Yeah.
You can't tell me I can't get no catfish.
Not only that, it's always something that you know they have when you walk in.
So,
And instead of giving me 4 sweet potatoes, they gave me 2 because it's short on supply. So you went to look at the sweet potatoes, you only saw 2, so that's what you had to give me.
just happened to be 2 left.
So if I walk in there, I'm not gonna see a pile of motherfucking sweet potatoes in produce.
Ain't gonna be no catfish in the store either.
And it's gonna be every part of the chicken except the thighs. Is that what you telling me?
I was thinking maybe I'll order a lesser amount. You know, instead of the 1.5 pounds, maybe I just get the pound. Maybe they may add it. But
They got it.
I wasn't trying to rush you, but when I had the short time, it was on one delivery spot for today. So when I got phone with you and I went back to do the order, I went to the thing and it said no time slots available today. And then it glitched and it went back to the original one. So I just hurried up and put it in.
So you must have been getting stuff while I was getting stuff, because I kept looking. I was like,
I knew you was in there because I saw that it was a 77 and then it was going up.
yeah,
So
but
I'm like, she
I
probably,
thought they did like last time. Remember the last time you said, well, it must have been on there from last time.
yeah.
So I was trying to be cognizant of taking them out.
They need to add some more color in there.
Oh, I got you. No, that's what it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to add some more color. See, they got me trained.
No,
that
that's
ain't no
no.
wild Atlantic sound.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Is it color added?
Huh?
It says color added. They didn't add it up.
No, nobody.
No, honey. Keep doing what you're doing. Okay. I appreciate it.
Well, here.
You working out or no?
Yeah. Are we going to be able to? You going to get caught up with the computer
No,
stuff?
I just gotta set something you did.
My boy sent me something. He said, oh, yeah, he said, I know Mr. is a fellow nerd. Do you guys listen to podcasts or Patreon, in particular Darknet Diaries? So I pretty much answered him. And then he said, if you have a chance, pull it up and listen to the episode. Confirms a lot of what we know about big business and .gov. It's mostly hacker stories, so you may not be interested in other episodes. So.
Give me the link.
Okay.
Is it a podcast?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. You just sent it to me?
Mm-hmm. I was like, it's funny you should ask that, because this morning, one of my envelopes disappeared. One of my files disappeared. So I was like, I know as soon as he comes to the door, he going to be on there. Yeah, he like when I have new camera stuff and gadgets that I need him to get for me, because then, you know, he kind of look around, do a little research and see what's going on in the world.
You still working out?
Yeah.
Okay. When you sigh like that, I got you.
Huh?
When you sigh like
I
that,
always sound like
no,
that.
you don't.
How was work though? This is not that good. I took it out and I wiped the resin out of the inside. I'm gonna go ahead and clean it all the way out this time. I mentioned that I don't always clean the bowl all the way out because I like to leave some resin in so that the new screen will stay in. And again, wipe out the tacky resin from the bowl. Okay. So I could get that out if I wanted to. Let me do it since I'm showing off.
She loves to come and get the bag and trots right back to Nick. We never even had to ask them to hand her the bag. She remembered.
And then take it to Mr. Oops. Yeah, fuck it. And take it to Mr. So then pour it back into the carafe. Except for the part that still has debris in it. And I toss that down the drain. Now I'll wash my hands in the gloves, because that's what I do before I handle raw meat anyway. I know I'm not the only one who does this. Might as well bring the whole box out. Now I know I'm not the only one who does this because I saw OCD-ish chick do this. Hey girl, hey. And the reason why we do this, I was sure of it as soon as I saw her do it, that we do it for the right reason. That is to avoid touching anything you might get around the edges as you put the meat inside. So I usually cut the salmon slab in half, and then I use the scissors to cut the skin. As soon as I do, did you breathe your little citrus stew?
Oh no, I didn't. Something smells fishy in here.
Oh, you know what it is?
That salmon?
I'm serious though. I had the little pan. It was my little stainless steel pan that I got to replace this Teflon.
Yeah.
And I was gonna boil some eggs, as you can see. And I went to boil the eggs in the stainless steel pan. But the way this handle is right here, I don't know what this is made out of, but it smells chemically when it burns. So I can't.
Too hot.
Yeah.
Like toxic.
Yes. So I came down. I was like, you know, you get the best things from the thrift store. And you're like, I don't even know why people want to throw something like this away. This is so awesome. Blah blah blah.
What's on your hands? The water or is that fish shit?
Oh, it's water.
Oh, okay. Like you just touching shit and all that. Like you
Oh.
remnants.
But I am about to wash it so I can do the chicken now.
Of,
I don't know about last night, but
Yeah,
yesterday before you came home.
Because I found myself deleting a old backup.
So you did it again.
I'm assuming. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Again.
So now I gotta.
Ain't gonna
I
put
gotta
up-
spend.
I ain't gonna
I
put
know.
up
I know.
with
I know. I know. But I gotta spend more money now
Of course.
to foolproof for myself. Because the reason that I was messing with it was because I need to clear up some space so I can have enough, like 2 copies of a full backup.
Whatever. My arms gotta be down. Oh yeah, right on the cusp. I'm gonna need some more Ziplocs. And I think I'll butter my scalp, because that's what I do now. Butter my scalp. I think maybe I'll put all my, I do need to put the meat in these for serving size portions, because we get family size value, and then split them up into serving size portions. So let me do that now. So I have the bag under there, and I have the parchment paper on top, because that's what I'm gonna use to separate the. This is just a bowl of water, and I put the chicken inside it. I washed it with a little bit of vinegar and salt. The same thing I use to wash my vegetables. How you know if you got a parasitic infection? Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection. The fuck? Hey doc, before you decide to treat me for what I came to you to figure out what I have and what's wrong with me, it's probably a parasitic infection, so keep that in mind. The fuck I need a doctor for if I know what the fuck it is? The fuck? I'm gonna start dating these because I haven't been. Just like you should label your plants in the garden, you should label your food that you put in the freezer. If not to know what it is, because you can obviously see through the bag, but to know when you froze it. The salmon. Fold that back like so. Gonna get a marker and go to town on these dates. So here is my basil. It looks a little struggly because it's opal. Green basil will have done much better inside than this opal basil. In fact, I think I'll plant a green one instead. I mean, if it's gonna grow, if it's gonna turn green anyway. Oh, you know what? No, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it opal, because that way next year I can just plant a sprig. I can use a cutting of this to start my season grow. So I'm just going to jet spray this very clean, because this is growing indoors. So I'm just going to jet spray it really clean and then put it in its cure bag. See, that's all that's in there. I'm going to wet this. I'm going to let it air dry for a little while and then put it in the bag. Sling it dry. When you have you can't grab the ends when you have shorter branches. You have to grab it at the body and sling it dry. Set that there loose on the counter for a minute. Put these couple of dried leaves in their container, in their storage container. In here, take a swig of water, because I've done a dirt poor job of hydrating myself.
That's what I said. We're taking you to the doctor. Oh, we're not going through that again. You can also get it from your pharmacist. 50 years or older, vaccinated for shingles now.
So they want us to get the shingles vaccination. How many vaccinations total are we looking at now? Because what was it that the kids were already getting vaccinated for? Was it like polio and yellow fever and shit like that? Stuff that no longer happens, but we still taking our children to be vaccinated for it. This whole situation ought to really make y'all have questions about whole other stuff, but don't mind me. I didn't wipe it, I just sprayed it, put it to the side. Except the vegetables, because those have to be, I want to rinse those in the sink.